Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin with a truth most people don't like to hear. Your loudest growth will happen when no one is listening. We live in a world addicted to noise. Everyone wants to be seen. Everyone wants to be heard. Everyone wants proof now. But real success does not grow in noise. It grows in silence. The loneliness nobody talks about. There is a phase in every meaningful journey that no one prepares you for. A phase where no one checks on your progress. No one believes your vision. No one understands your sacrifices. You wake up early while others sleep. You stay disciplined while others relax. You say no to comfort while others say tomorrow. And the hardest part? No one notices. No likes. No applause. No encouragement. Just you. And the work. This is the invisible phase. This is where dreams either die or are forged into something unbreakable. Why silence is misunderstood. People think silence means fear. They think silence means insecurity. They think silence means you have nothing going on. They are wrong. Silence means you are focused. You are disciplined. You are building something too important to explain. Weak people talk to feel important. Strong people work until they are undeniable. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is incubation. Nobody sees the repetition. Success is not built by intensity. It is built by repetition. The same habits. The same discipline. The same effort. Day after day, after day, after day. Nobody sees the boring routines. The failed attempts. The slow progress. The frustration. They only see the result and say, "Wow, that happened so fast." Fast? They didn't see the years you spent becoming ready. Why most people quit too early. Most people don't fail. They leave. They leave when progress feels slow. Motivation disappears. Validation doesn't come. They quit not because it's impossible, but because it's uncomfortable. Silent work is uncomfortable because it gives you no dopamine. No instant reward. No praise. Just faith. And faith is heavy to carry alone. The discipline that builds character. When no one is watching, discipline becomes real. Not motivation. Not excitement. Not hype. Discipline. Discipline is waking up when you don't feel like it. Discipline is working when results are invisible. Discipline is staying consistent when quitting feels justified. Silent work teaches discipline. And discipline builds character. And character outlasts talent every single time. Why you must stop explaining yourself. Let me tell you something powerful. Explaining yourself is a form of weakness. Not because explanation is bad, but because people who demand explanations usually don't believe in you anyway. You don't owe your dreams to doubters, your plans to critics, your process to spectators. The more you explain, the more energy you waste. That energy belongs in the work. Working quietly protects your vision. Not everyone wants you to win. Some want you comfortable. Some want you average. Some want you dependent. When you announce your plans too early, you expose them to doubt, negativity, comparison, sabotage. Silence protects your vision until it's strong enough to stand on its own. Grow roots before you grow leaves. The pain of being underestimated. Being underestimated hurts. People look at you and think, they're not serious. They won't last. They're dreaming too big. Let them. Underestimation is a gift. It gives you freedom. It removes pressure. It allows you to grow without interference. The strongest transformations happen when no one expects anything from you. Silent work builds self-trust. When no one believes in you, you are forced to believe in yourself. That belief is not emotional. It is earned. Earned through showing up, staying consistent, keeping promises to yourself. Every day you don't quit. You strengthen trust in yourself. And once you trust yourself, you become dangerous, in the best way. Why the early stage feels so heavy? The beginning is heavy because effort is high. Results are low. Confidence is fragile. This is where most dreams collapse. But understand this. Weight builds strength. The pressure you feel now is shaping your endurance. The doubt you face now is sharpening your focus. The silence you endure now is preparing you for noise later. Success requires emotional control. Silent work teaches emotional maturity. You learn to work without praise. Continue without reassurance. Stay calm without certainty. You stop reacting to opinions. You stop chasing validation. You stop needing permission. This emotional control is rare. And rarity creates value. Why you feel like you're falling behind? Comparison is loud. Progress is quiet. Social media shows outcomes, not effort. Celebrations, not sacrifices. Results, not routines. You feel behind because you're comparing your process to someone else's highlight. You're measuring invisible growth with visible standards. Stay your course. Time reveals everything. The quiet confidence that changes everything. There is a confidence that comes not from compliments, but from commitment. A calm confidence. A grounded confidence. A silent confidence. You don't need to announce it. You don't need to prove it. You know what you're building. And that is enough. What silence is teaching you right now? Right now, silence is teaching you patience, humility, consistency, self-respect. These qualities cannot be rushed. They must be lived. And once you have them, no external noise can shake you. Your breakthrough is being prepared. Breakthroughs don't arrive randomly. They arrive prepared. Prepared by boring days, repetitive work, quiet commitment. When the moment comes, you won't rise to the occasion. You'll rise to the level of your preparation. And preparation happens in silence. There comes a moment in every journey when silence is no longer a choice. Not because you decided to speak, but because your results did it for you. You don't announce success. Success announces itself. And when that moment arrives, everything changes. The shift nobody warns you about. At first, no one listens to you. Then suddenly, everyone does. At first, no one asks your opinion. Then suddenly, everyone wants advice. At first, you're doubted. Then suddenly, you're respected. Not because you talked louder, but because your results made it impossible to ignore you. This shift feels strange. Because the same people who once questioned you now applaud you. And that's when maturity matters. Results rewrite history. Here's a hard truth. When you succeed, people rewrite your story. Your discipline becomes talent. Your consistency becomes luck. Your sacrifices become timing. They won't mention the lonely nights, the boring routines, the emotional battles, the moments you almost quit. Let them believe whatever helps them sleep. You know what it took. And that knowledge gives you power, not arrogance. Why loud results are so powerful? Because results don't argue. They don't explain. They don't defend. They don't justify. They exist. A transformed body doesn't need excuses. A successful business doesn't need validation. A disciplined mind doesn't need approval. Results speak a universal language that even doubters understand. The danger of success. Success brings noise, attention, praise, expectations. And noise is dangerous. If you forget what silence taught you, ego tries to enter. Comfort tries to settle. Discipline tries to leave. This is where many people lose everything. Not during struggle, but after success. Why you must stay quiet even after winning. Silence built you. Don't abandon it. Stay humble. Stay focused. Stay disciplined. Because the same habits that built success are the only habits that keep it. Winning once is luck. Winning consistently is character. And character is built in silence. Let success expand you, not expose you. When results arrive, some people become loud to impress others. But real winners become quieter. They listen more. They observe more. They choose words carefully. Because confidence no longer needs volume. When you're secure, you don't need to prove anything. Your responsibility changes with results. When you rise, people watch. Not what you say, but how you move. Your discipline becomes an example. Your consistency becomes motivation. Your humility becomes leadership. You don't need to preach. Your life becomes the message. The new level requires the old discipline. New income requires old discipline. New recognition requires old humility. New comfort requires old work ethic. If you relax what built you, you lose what you gained. The grind doesn't disappear. It evolves. Silent work never ends. It simply moves to a higher level. Why some people feel uncomfortable around your success. Your success reminds people of what they avoided. Your discipline highlights their excuses. Your consistency exposes their inconsistency. This discomfort is not your problem. You didn't change. You grew. And growth naturally creates distance. Accept it. Choose growth over approval, again. At every level, you face the same choice. Stay disciplined. Or seek approval. Approval feels good. Growth feels better. You didn't come this far to trade purpose for praise. Stay focused. Success is quiet confidence. True success doesn't scream. It wakes up early. It trains consistently. It manages emotions. It respects time. Loud people want attention. Successful people want results. And results don't need noise. Remember the days no one believed. Never forget. When no one shared your vision. When no one supported your grind. When no one clapped. Those memories keep you grounded. They remind you. Nothing was given. Everything was earned. Your journey is bigger than you. Your success is proof. Proof that discipline works. Patience pays. Silence builds power. Someone out there needs to see that. Not hear it. See it. Your consistency might be the permission. Someone else needs to start. Don't fear the next silent phase. Even after success, silence returns. New goals. New challenges. New levels. Don't fear it. Silence is not punishment. It's preparation. Every new level begins quietly. Final truth. If you're still in silence, you're not forgotten. If you're still grinding, you're not failing. If no one sees your effort, you're not invisible. You are becoming. And one day, your silent work will create results so loud that the world will stop and listen. Not because you demanded attention, but because you earned it. Final words. Work quietly. Stay disciplined. Move patiently. Grow intentionally. And when your results arrive, let them speak. You won't need to say a word.